Errol Spence Jr. has mentioned pretty much uh, he does want to fight Canelo Alvarez. That was supposed to be a thing a few years back. It never materialized. Al Heyman wanted that fight. They were going to make that fight. A lot of things transpired that didn't let the fight go down. But Terrence Crawford is now Errol Spence's next opponent, and Errol, you know, not quoting him, he said pretty much, "What's these are his last fights, I guess, at welterweight. He wants to move up next, and go for the belts." And he was like, if the opportunity presented itself, Canelo Alvarez fight. Now, a fight between Errol Spence and Canelo be a rather interesting fight, man, because Canelo, he's fought at many different weight classes. Uh, Canelo, I think his sweet spot is 168. 160, he was pretty good too. That's where he fought Triple G at. I believe that, yeah. He fought Triple G at 168. Well, 160, I'm sorry. But I believe his sweet spot is 168. Errol Spence, man, he fought at 154 early on in his career a few times. But most of his career was at welterweight. Errol Spence looks like his walk around weight is maybe 175-ish, maybe close to 180, 185, something like that. Canelo is a little short, stubby, solid dude with a big, thick neck. He looks like, I think Canelo probably walks around probably 180 pounds to 190. I'd say Canelo natural walk around weight, he's probably a bit heavier than Errol Spence, or maybe just right up there with him. But the problem is, Errol's never fought in those higher weights. Yeah, he'll come into the ring heavier after he rehydrates. If they fought at like 160, because they said Errol was talking about 168. I'm like, that's a little too extreme, bro. Like, you got to get acclimated, man. That might be a big mistake for him to do something like that, especially to fight somebody like Canelo, who's a good fighter, even though he's a duck king. But he's a good fighter. Errol's younger. He got youth on his side. Just a bit younger, I think. I don't think their age is much of a difference. I think Canelo's maybe a year older than Errol Spence. Shit. Yeah, shit. I think Canelo's like 32 years old. I think Errol Spence is actually the older man. So we can't say he got youth on his side because Errol Spence is about a year older than Canelo. But the problem thing is Canelo, he has a lot of seasoning. He has way more fights than Errol Spence. So he's been out there. He is showing signs of maybe slowing down just a little bit, man. Somebody is 32 years old. He should have a little bit more fight left in him. But all the fights and the wars Canelo had, the Triple G wars, every fight you have that's a war, it takes a hell of a lot out of you each time. So Errol, he might be a little bit more fresh than Canelo Alvarez. So they will be interested to see, but ultimately, man, I don't see him beating Canelo Alvarez. It might, if he's not careful, it could end up being another Kell Brook situation, man. And, Kell Brook going up in weight to fight Triple G, and then you saw what happened with that. That could be another thing with Errol and Canelo. That's a possibility. Because just like Errol Spence, he's supposed to be the eye collector, breaking ribs. Canelo he's broke ribs. I think he broke Billy Joe Sanders' eye. See, people is not talking about that as well. He could potentially break Errol Spence's eye. He could potentially detach that other retina or that same retina. So yeah, that's a dangerous fight for Errol Spence Jr., man. If Errol Spence, say he spars heavyweights and all this other stuff, if that's proven true, I guess he could, he'll do okay for a little bit in that fight. But I don't think, ultimately, I'm not sure if he gets. I would say he could even get stopped. He possibly get stopped if he can't take the power of Canelo or whatever, his body shots and shit like that. He can't. Like I said, the body is the key to winning. The body is, eventually it wears everybody down if you keep hitting somebody in the body. And we know how that's gonna go. So Yeah, I don't want to give away too much of how I think that fight, like the prediction and all that, because it ain't nothing official. Right now, it's pretty much just a fantasy fight. We have to see how it plays out. If they do ever end up meeting up in the ring, then pretty much I'll make a prediction, man. But we'll see. This your boy Rebel Light Boxing, man. Let me know what you think about this, man. Drop those comments. You already know what to do. I'll catch y'all later on the next one. And I'm out. Peace.